Hello everyone, this is Joe W. Today I'm re-reviewing the very first Now That's Like Cool Music album. Now One originally came out in 1983 on vinyl, and this re-released version on CD came out in 2018 to celebrate Now 100. This artwork looks fine. I like the fact there's some pictures of artists featured on his album in the Now logo. Double CD, 30 great tracks, including 11 number ones. Of course, it was the first compilation album to feature original tracks, as the Top of the Pops albums before this one was just like random covers. On the back cover, we get the poster of Now That's Like Cool Music that inspired Richard Branson to make this compilation series. Disc 1 kicks off with Phil Collins' You Can't Tell You Love, a great cover of a Supremes classic, and a great way to kick off the series in general. Duran Duran, Is There Something I Should Know? One of my favourites on this one, a brilliant tune, really like this one. UB40, Red Red Wine, a really good reggae version. I believe Neil Diamond did the original version. Limahl, Only for Love, which I found average. Heaven 17, Temptation, I found this one alright. Casey and the Sunshine Band, Give It Up, that's my favourite of the album, a really iconic classic, really like the chorus and the music. Malcolm McLaren, Double Dutch, I found it kind of meh. Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart, a great power ballad classic here. Culture Club, Karma Chameleon, a really iconic classic, really like the chorus, one of my favourites, alongside Men Without Hats, The Safety Dance, a brilliant synth pop tune, really like the music and the chorus. Kajagoogoo, Too Shy, a good classic from him. Mike Oldfield, Moonlight Shadow, with vocals from Maggie Riley, I found this one okay. Men at Work, Down Under, a fine classic from Men at Work. Rocksteady Crew, Hey You Rocksteady Crew, I'll admit, I found this rap tune kind of fun. Rod Stewart, Baby Jane, I like the music in this one, and it's a really good tune. Paul Young, Wherever I Lay My Hat, That's My Home, an okay ballad to close the disc. Disc 2, New Edition, Candy Girl, kind of reminds me of a Jackson 5 sort of songs, but I quite like this one. Kajagoogoo, Big Apple, another good tune from him. Of course, Limahl's not in this band by then. Tina Turner, Let's Stay Together, I found this version just as alright as Al Green's version. The Human League, Keep Feeling Fascination, that's my second favourite Human League song behind Don't You Want Me, a brilliant synth pop tune, really like this one. Howard Jones, new song, brilliant synth pop music in this one, and I really like this one, and it's one of my favourites. UB40, Please Don't Make Me Cry, doesn't beat Red Red Wine, but I found this one okay. Peabo Bryson and Roberta Flack, Tonight I Celebrate My Love, kind of a bland ballad to me. Tracy Ullman, she in fact voiced the first Now That's Like Cool Music advert as well. They Don't Know, and it's a good tune as well. Will Powers, Kissing with Confidence, pretty mediocre to me. Genesis, That's All, has some good music in this film, and it's really good. The Cure, The Love Cats, a great classic from The Cure, has some interesting music. Simple Minds, Waterfront, a brilliant rock tune, one of my favourites. Madness, The Sun and the Rain, a good song for Madness. And then we have Culture Club, Victims, an okay ballad to close the disc, though it doesn't beat Karma Chameleon. And I noticed Culture Club is not capitalised like the other artists. That's the whole track list. Here's disc 1, I like the classic designs on these discs. Disc 2, and here's that poster on the left. And here is the booklet. Pictures of each artist, information about each song or where they charted, and you can find it on the vinyl version as well. We even have a list of other 1983 number ones as well. Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, which is my third favourite Michael Jackson song, behind Bad and Beat It. Let's Dance by David Bowie is another brilliant classic from David Bowie and one of my favourite ones as well. True, Spandau Ballet, I found this one alright. Every Breath You Take by The Police, a great classic for The Police. Uptown Girl by Billy Joel, that's one of my favourite Billy Joel songs as well, another really iconic classic. Now One is a really great way to kick off the Now That's Like Cool Music series in my opinion. Has a lot of great classics on this one I really liked. That's my real review on Now That's Like Cool Music 1. Hope you enjoyed. What's your favourite song of this album? Comment down below, and I'll see you next video.